I want to welcome you to the 4th Annual Carrington Charitable Foundation Golf Classic. It's wonderful to see you and to think that this evening has grown and we've accomplished so much together. And I want to be the first this evening to thank you for supporting us to achieve our goals of caring for those who have sacrificed so much for our country and for our freedom. So tonight we're here to honor that service and to also offer our own service in return. Remember that all who serve don't necessarily wear a uniform. And we would like to recognize another group of real heroes with us tonight. It's our caregivers. They are our fathers, our mothers, wives, brothers, sisters, girlfriends, and friends. Without your love and devotion and tireless support, their recovery would never be possible.
On October 16th, 2010, was the hardest day of my life. I'd gone out with some friends to eat and see a movie, and on my way into the movie, I got a phone call. It was that phone call that we all just dread in the military. They said, "Dusty, you need to come home. Something happened to John." I remember thinking and saying out loud, this is not how it was supposed to be. But I remember the one thing I didn't want for him, and that was to be alone, to wake up and realize the extent of his injuries.
Well, we got a request to fly John Masson home for his first time home from Walter Reed. But Bruce was busy, so he was sending the crew. I called Bruce up the day before the trip and I said, "Bruce, I don't know what you're doing tomorrow that's so important that you can't take this trip. I understand you're a busy guy, but listen to me. In 10 years, you're not going to be able to tell me what it is. If you take John Masson home tomorrow, in 10 years, you'll still be talking about it."
Why is it critical that we stand behind our veterans? There's so many charities. There's all these different charities. There's so many worthy causes. But with this particular issue and this particular challenge and this particular cause, we all benefit from the freedom providers that stand up, raise their right hand, and go off into harm's way. So that's why we need to take care of our warriors before, during, and after the battle, and never neglect them, because we all benefit each and every day.
To this day, my husband tells his story of the day he was injured. It brings back feelings that my kids and I wish we never had to experience. I guess there is a kind of strength that you find that you didn't know you had. There's no handbook on how your husband will feel and how you can help them heal physically and emotionally.
But I found myself in a bathtub with a shower on, mid-2011. I had fallen, couldn't get my wheelchair, couldn't reach it, couldn't walk, had no future, was more of a burden on my family than anything else, and I was blubbering like a baby. I was losing my mind, and this is really, I think more so than any other moment, when I fell in love with my wife for a second time. She fully clothed, jumped in behind me, slid up behind me, wrapped around me. For me, with Diana, I was home.
29 September of 2004, while out on patrol, I believe it was about our 51st patrol, our vehicle was struck by an IED. It ripped through our truck. It was a remote device. It caused all 5 of us occupants to be severely wounded. 3 of us critical. I went through many, many days, 2 hospitals, many surgeries, and the road was tough. But I made it through due to a special lady that's here tonight, and that's my bride. She was my caregiver, my best friend, my wife, my counselor, my therapist.
1/2 of 1% of the population of the United States defends the other 99.5% of the United States. And those people deserve to live with dignity after they made those kind of sacrifices.
The issue is, you know what it is? It's family, and it's family values. And that's what kind of brings us all together. In these 5 years, CCF, Carrington Charitable Foundation, we've raised over $6.5 million.
Our objective here tonight is to raise money so that these warriors can be with their families. That's it, and that's all.
I could do the dad and the husband thing with arms and legs, but now how? How with no arms and legs? And then there's a gentleman sitting here tonight, Gary Sinise, comes in and says, we're going to build you a smart home. And this is my friend Bruce and his wife Rosemary, and we're going to do this together. Next Wednesday, I move into my house, and my wife and I and my daughter move into this house that is adapted for me so I can watch my daughter. I can tuck her in at night because she was staying upstairs in a house where I was staying downstairs, and I could not get up there. I can cook in this house, I can clean the house, I can do laundry, I can get back to my everyday life thanks to everybody in this room coming together, uniting, and making this possible.
We take the veterans home. We flew them home. We weren't satisfied with what we saw. We knew we could do better. So earlier this year, we created our partnership with the Gary Sinise Foundation. And that partnership was formed out of a bond solidified by our mutual passion, taking care of those who have sacrificed so significantly protecting our freedom and security. Army Specialist First Class Kyle Hockenberry, who gave both his legs and his left arm, and his wife Ashley received their new home a month ago. U.S. Marine Corps Corporal Joshua Kearns, who gave both legs and his right arm, received his new home Tuesday last week. U.S. Army Sergeant Travis Mills, who gave all of his arms and legs. Travis, Kelsey, and Chloe will receive their new home next week. Each one of these houses is specially adapted to meet the needs of the individual family. And we'll do more. Because this is the final stop. This is the final leg. Our heroes are coming home.
You know what? The best part is the good emotions there too. Because I'm not alone. I have friends. I don't have to go it alone, and I can relax, and everything will be okay. Tonight, I'll grab those kids and load up. And largely because of the efforts, contributions, and talents of many of you in this room, my family and I are going home.